Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day. We've got some more information on the circumstances surrounding that vehicle versus train accident on Red House Road over the weekend, plus details about new developments at the Army Depot and a Lancaster Police cruiser involved in a deadly crash. We've got the details on that, plus a look at the weather and your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, WBON TV 9 has been investigating the circumstances surrounding that vehicle versus train accident on Red House Road in Madison County Saturday. Officials say that 42-year-old Mark Sutton of Cynthiana, for unknown reasons, left Red House Road and drove his Jeep down the railroad tracks nearly 3/4 of a mile toward Richmond. The vehicle was then struck by a CSX train just before 2 Saturday afternoon. Sutton was transported to UK Hospital Trauma Center for extensive injuries, but is expected to recover. Of course, we'll have more details about that story as they become available. Well, if you've been wondering what's going on currently at the Bluegrass Army Depot in Richmond, here's your chance to get the latest news. The Kentucky Chemical Dematerialization Citizens Advisory Commission and the Chemical Destruction Community Advisory Board will hold a meeting Wednesday, September the 4th at 1:30 in rooms A and B in the lobby level of the Eastern Kentucky University's Carl D. Perkins building located on Kit Carson Drive here in Richmond. With chemical weapons destructions operations now complete at the Bluegrass Army Depot, managers and community leaders want to keep citizens informed and receive community feedback about closure activities and the processing of agent-contained secondary waste. The event is open to the public and will be live streamed as well. For more on the meeting and the links, you can visit the story up now at our website, WBONTV.com. Well, some excitement Saturday night in the new Menards parking lot in Richmond. That's when Richmond Police responded to a shoplifting call around 7 p.m. when officers confronted the suspects, later identified as 39-year-old Jordan Pittman of Irvin and 29-year-old Betty Carson of Ravenna. They say the couple tried to flee on foot. Loss prevention personnel at Menards told police Pittman and Carson concealed a jump starter valued at around $175 under a blanket in their shopping cart and left the store. They further told police the same couple stole the same way from the store just a week previous and had them captured on video surveillance. Police say Pittman agreed to speak with them and admitted to taking the items from the store on both occasions. He is lodged in the Madison County Detention Center, charged with 1 count of fleeing or evading police, 2nd degree, and 2 counts of theft by unlawful taking. Police also discovered Pittman had bench warrants out for his arrest, as well as burglary, criminal mischief, and several other charges. Carson was charged with fleeing and theft by unlawful taking as well. Well, this past Saturday night, the Clay Residence Hall was flooded at EKU, according to Elizabeth Smith, Dean of EKU College of Education and Applied Human Sciences. The flooding was evidently due to the building's sprinkler system being accidentally activated. The incident resulted in 8 floors receiving significant water damage. Sarah Ziegler, the school's senior vice president for academic affairs, stated that all the residents of Clay Hall have been relocated. Ziegler says they are cooperating in the staff to retrieve students' belongings and ask that professors give grace for all the affected students, stating, "We have advised students to attend classes as scheduled, but please be aware that some may face challenges due to disruptions, including damage to devices and books. Please show understanding and flexibility with students from Clay Hall who may need a bit of extra time to attend their first classes and complete early assignments. We have asked students to communicate directly with their instructors regarding any specific attendance and/or academic concerns." She further said that due to the incident, the first day of drop deadline was extended to the end of the first full week of classes. We'll have more on that as the details become available. Well, over the past weekend in Berea, police arrested a man for burglary. According to the arrest citation, Police were dispatched Saturday afternoon in response to a burglary in progress at the residence on Oak Street. At the scene, officers found a man identified as David Lunitsky sitting in a chair on the front lawn of the residence with the victim standing in the doorway of the home. According to the victim, she heard Lunitsky banging loudly on the window and the front door. Upon opening the door, he began yelling at her, demanding that she bring him a shirt that belonged to his wife. Lewinsky then pushed the victim aside and began going through her property. The victim contacted police while yelling at him to leave. Lewinsky then went out the front door holding a T-shirt and screamed at her, saying that this was his wife's T-shirt. He reportedly began to leave, then came back to hit the victim. When she asked why he did that, he proceeded to spit in her face. The victim states at this point he sat down and continued to scream at her. When asked by police for his version of the story, the account corroborates that of the victim. Police, upon investigating the home, found clothes scattered throughout 2 bedrooms. The subject was then arrested on charges of second-degree burglary and was lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Organizers of the annual Bourbon Jam Festival that went on over the weekend are asking for anyone who has information to help locate these 2 inflatables that were taken from the cleanup on Sunday. There were also 2 Maker's Mark barrels with lids and umbrella holes that have gone missing. Organizers say Jim Beam has been one of the biggest supporters of the sponsors of the festival, and that they hope to get their property and promotional items back. Take a good look at those pictures there. Well, a collision involving an off-duty Lancaster police officer and a juvenile occurred Saturday night in Pulaski County. According to Kentucky State Police, the incident took place around 11:45 on US 27 near Old Norwood Road. An off-duty officer, Derek A. Glover, was driving a Dodge Durango southbound when it collided with the rear of a off-road motorcycle operated by a juvenile. Tragically, that juvenile, who was not wearing a helmet, was pronounced dead at the scene by the Pulaski County Coroner's Office. The Kentucky State Police is currently investigating the collision. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Nice day out there. Some crazy storms over the weekend. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to take a look at the forecast for the week ahead.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
It's in the air. All the sights, the sounds, all the excitement.
Makes the catch!
Of high school sports is coming. Live coverage begins August 23rd on WBON TV. Madison Central takes on Johnson Central. High school sports coverage like none other.
Welcome back to WBON TV Channel 9 Live at 5. We've got some pretty significant storms move through the Bluegrass over the weekend, hoping for a calmer week. Here's Sam with all the details.
Hi, thanks, Gwendolyn. Welcome, everybody. As we look back at our precipitation over the last 5 days, you can see we picked up quite a bit, of course, Friday and into Saturday. Almost in just over 1.5 inches of rainfall. So that's some good news. As we look ahead, we'll have a drier stretch of weather. Our temperatures also have been running well above normal, and then Sunday they began to fall. And we'll have a dry stretch with below normal temperatures right on into the end of the week, all the way through Thursday at least. And looking ahead for football on Friday, of course, we've got the big matchup, Madison Central versus Johnson Central. And so we'll be watching that, and kickoff, I believe, is at 7:30. Don't quote me on that, but double check. As we look at our dew point temperatures, it will feel almost autumn-like going through Wednesday and Thursday with those dew point temperatures in the 40s, climbing up a little bit on Friday for football, and then even more so by Saturday up to 60, and our WAFs will begin to warm up as we head into the weekend as well. So low temperatures out the door here Tuesday, a spectacular start. We're going to be hanging out in the middle 50s. We may see a little patchy fog as those temperatures cool down, high pressure overhead. And check this out. How about 75 for a high? Spectacular. It's going to be beautiful outside. So 75 will stay dry. Record high is 104. Average high is 86. So now we drop well below average. With this high pressure building in from Canada, not only will we have a chance of a little patchy fog out the door, we might see a little haze to the sky. There's some smoke from those wildfires up in Canada kind of pushing in along with this. So we're looking at 74 into the day on Wednesday, even a little bit cooler. Some areas maybe the upper 70s, and then we bump it up a little more. So heading into Thursday, wake up in the low 50s, around 52 degrees, 78 for high then, and then 83 on Friday for football. And it continues to warm up. Well, it looks like another heat wave as we head into next week. Gwendolyn, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, Richmond police are asking for your assistance identifying this man in regards to 2 separate shoplifting incidents. If you have any information, you're asked to call dispatch at 859-624-4476. Again, take a good look at those pictures. Richmond police are asking your help in identifying him. Well, a man was arrested on Sunday for murder after a shooting incident in the Bronson area of Pulaski County. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office responded to a call of a gunshot victim at an apartment complex on Highway 90. Upon arrival, deputies discovered one deceased individual, later identified as Myron Flanagan. The alleged suspect, 50-year-old Kevin Jazerkowski, was apprehended after attempting to flee the scene in his vehicle. Jazerkowski was been charged with murder and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division is continuing the investigation into the incident. Roxanne Gallagher, the 69-year-old Cumberland, Tennessee woman who vanished in late June, has been identified as the victim found in Lake Cumberland on Saturday. Authorities confirmed the news, bringing closure to a 2-month search. The discovery was made after a vehicle was spotted submerged at Grider Hill Dock in Albany, Kentucky. Local responders, including Albany Fire Department and a diving team, recovered the vehicle and the deceased woman inside. The car, bearing Tennessee license plate, matched the description of Gallagher's vehicle. A silver alert had been issued for Gallagher earlier this month, prompting widespread search efforts. While the circumstances surrounding her disappearance remain under investigation, authorities have indicated that no signs of foul play were found at this time. Well, yesterday, one person in Somerset was injured in a crash involving a go-kart. According to fire department officials, someone was reportedly driving a homemade go-kart on Kentucky 39 near Pulaski County High School when they were hit by another vehicle. The driver of the go-kart, whose name has yet to be released, had to be airlifted to the hospital. The extent and the seriousness of the injuries are currently unknown. This is all we have about the incident at this time. Of course, we'll give you updates as more become available at WBONTV.com. An 18-year-old man has been arrested in connection with an armed robbery at a Dollar General store in Lawrenceburg. The incident occurred Saturday afternoon around 1:40 p.m. According to police reports, the man, identified as Karsten G. Rodriguez, armed with a knife, approached a store employee and demanded money. After obtaining the cash, the suspect fled the scene in a black SUV. Witnesses at the scene were able to provide law enforcement with information about the suspect's potential location. Lawrenceburg police responded to the indicated location and apprehended the suspect. He has been charged with first-degree robbery. Authorities believe Rodriguez acted alone, and there is no ongoing threat to the community. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report.
Hey y'all, it's Josh
And Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
You know, those giant law firms love to brag about how many billions they've won. But what's important to us is winning the support of our Kentucky community and fighting for justice for our clients.
We are grateful you voted us Best Law Firm in the 2024 Smiley Pete Best of Lexington contest. At Hicks & Funson, you're more than a dollar sign and more than just a number.
So if you've been injured and you prefer local instead of large, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Hey everyone, Michael Watkins here, wanting to tell you about one of my new favorite places to eat and to have a good time, the Julep at Danville Country Club, now open to the public. The Julep doesn't just offer great food. Join them for karaoke, singo, rent their event room to host a shower, holiday party, or other event. On Fridays, you have to get over and try out the all-you-can-eat catfish. Like the Julep at Danville Country Club on Facebook. Restaurant open to the public, other amenities are not.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
CT Diesel Performance is now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive off Duncannon Lane in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have moved to help better serve their customers to a bigger and better location and are here to still offer you the best in getting your vehicle to its peak performance. At CT Diesel Performance, they service all your automotive needs. No job is too big or too small. Like CT Diesel Performance on Facebook to learn more about CT Diesel Performance. Now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive in Richmond.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist, offering single visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Football season is here. Today in sports, Michael Watkins breaks down the outlook for high school teams, plus a recap of the second EKU football scrimmage.
Welcome in to the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. Hope you had a great weekend, your last weekend without some type of local football team playing, which is good news for us all. The EKU football team held its second scrimmage of fall camp on Saturday as they get closer to their first game of the season on August 31st against Mississippi State. I think we made a lot of strides on both sides of the ball and on special teams, said head coach Walt Wells after the scrimmage was over. Guys got a lot of reps, which gives them a chance to prove who they are and how much they have improved. I'm excited about the direction in which we are heading. That's a quote from Coach Wells, who is very excited about that Week 1 game. The defense made some big plays early on in the scrimmage, led by a sack by Gabe Stevens and Jeremiah Bailey before forcing a turnover on downs. EKU's offense responded immediately, however, on the next drive, marching 65 yards in 10 plays, capped off by a touchdown reception by a wideout Kyle Vodka on an out route along the goal line. After some stagnant drives, the offense found the end zone again, going on an 8-play, 60-yard drive with Ron Van Jr. making a full extension catch over the middle on 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line for the second touchdown of the scrimmage. On the next drive, the offense pieced together a 12-play drive, ending with a 20-yard touchdown pass over the middle to tight end Ben Hayes on 4th and 8. The offense stayed hot as Jalen Montgomery broke off a 34-yard run off the left side to set up a 30-yard strike over the middle to Marcus Cowwise Jr. for 6 points. The defense quickly answered in a goal line situation, with the offense pinned deep in its own red zone as defensive lineman Brad Gurley, who just got that scholarship last week, broke through the pass protection to record a sack for a safety. The defense was not done. On the ensuing drive, defensive back Jaheim Ward hauled in an overthrown pass for a diving interception, and the scrimmage ended with a bang. On the 19th drive, Steven Schultz-Thomas broke through a swarm of would-be tacklers up the middle before breaking out down the left sideline for a 44-yard touchdown run. A very exciting Saturday for the EKU football team. Now, the final scrimmage of the season will take place in front of fans this upcoming Saturday during the EKU Football Fan Day event. For more info on that, visit EKUsports.com. Now, while the Colonels are still a couple of weeks out from their first game of the year, high school football starts this Friday. I caught up with all 3 area football coaches this past week and asked each one what the key to a successful season was going to be.
I think the biggest thing when it comes into district play is just trying to win the injury, the war of attrition battle. You know, we want to try to make sure and play as many guys as we can there when we get into district play, because we know at that point in the season, you know, a lot of guys are a little banged up, hurting a little bit. But at the same time, we want to be the most physical team on the field once we get to that district play in October. And I think that's what will win the district for us.
The key is, one, staying healthy. That's everybody's, that's there's one thing I learned from last year. And those things are out of your control. Yeah. And this group of seniors, I think they've been through so much in their 4 years. You know, this is a group that started with COVID. They started with a whole new coach with Coach Holcomb, and then with me. So they had 2 high school coaches. There's a lot of things that's went, transfers and going in and out. But this core group of seniors have stuck together, and I think that's our key. Those guys, those are the ones that set the tone in the weight room, the workouts, and they are a solid group of kids. Like, they do a lot of things together, and I'm starting to see how our other classes are doing the same thing.
Again, we've had, these guys have been great in and out of summer and in and out of the classrooms, recruiting and getting guys, again, come in, getting bought in and doing what it takes. We've got a few guys, a couple of the basketball guys have came out this year, Wiley Reed, Javen Randall, Liam Brewer, Maddox McClure, they've all out, and they're going to be big helps to us too in different scenarios here and there.
For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
Richmond's very own TV station Signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, The Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4, that's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBONTV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBONTV.com.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Watch The Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as The Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass of Lexington, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. The National Park Service is seeking public input on a proposed fee adjustments at Cumberland Gap National Historical Park. While park entrance will remain free, fees for guided tours, picnic shelter rentals, and campings are slated for increases. It's important to note that the camping fees, though increased in 2022, still fall below rates in surrounding areas. The park aims to use the additional revenue generated from these fees and charges to fund essential park maintenance, including upkeep of picnic shelters, tour vehicles, and campground facilities. Fees for guided tours and picnic shelters rentals have remained relatively unchanged for the past 15 years. The proposed fee increase will be implemented gradually over the next few years, with potential for implementation as early as October of 2024. If you'd like to comment on that, those are being accepted until September 4th of 2024. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.